Hi, I'm Melissa Howe and I'm here interviewing my granddad about the technology that have changed. Did you have a mobile phone?
No, there's no mobile phones. I don't think that was even invented then.
Did you have a phone in your house?
No, we didn't.
How did you get by without a phone?
Well, we had to walk up the road to where the shops were, and there was a telephone box, and we had to put coins in the box to make a phone call.
How old were you when you had a phone in your house?
Well, I was 15 years old.
Did your friends have any phones, and did you get any phone calls?
A few of my friends had phones, but not very many. But some of them were unfortunate because they had to have a party line. And what that happened is that when people pick the phone up to make a phone call, there might be someone talking on the phone, so they had to wait until the party line had finished before they could make their call. But we was quite lucky, we had a line of our own.
What toys did you play with at home?
The only toys I had were like little motor cars, lead soldiers. We used to play with lead soldiers on the fort, mainly reading books and jigsaws.
Wow, I played with iPads. Didn't you have them?
We didn't have any computers or iPads or consoles in them days. They weren't even invented. There was no internet and there was no computers.
Well, I got on the internet to search out information. How did you?
I used to use information books, so I would have maybe some dictionaries, and also my dad was lucky enough, and my dad, he had encyclopedias, but we couldn't find out then. We had to take a trip up to the library and then get books out in the library to find out things.
Did you have a car when you were young?
No, we didn't have a car. I think there was only one car in the whole of our street, and the chap who had that, he used to keep it covered up all week and only use it on the odd weekend just to go out for a ride.
We use our car to go on holiday. How do you?
Well, when I was a little boy, we used to have to get up really early in the morning. We used to catch a train to London, and then from London we used to catch a coach going all the way up to Suffolk, and then obviously we had to do the return journey. And later on, a few years later, my father bought a motorbike. So what happened then, he would take me up first to Lowestoft, which was about 136 miles, come straight back again, sleep overnight, pick my brother up, take him back the next day and drop him off, then come back again to pick my mum up and then bring my mum up, and then we all had our holiday together. And he used to do the same going back. And when you think that's 136 miles each way, which is quite a distance to travel.
Wow, my family just go in one trip. Well, we have fridges, freezers, microwaves and ovens. What did you have?
We didn't have anything like that. We didn't have any dishwashers, we didn't have any washing machines, we didn't have, and certainly didn't have any microwaves. We were lucky enough to have a fridge, but it was a gas fridge, and you used to have to get right down underneath where you take the grill off. You used to put a taper underneath to light it, and a little gas flame was a light, and that was our fridge, and that worked quite well. But we didn't have anything electrical like that.
We had projectors and whiteboards. What did you use to have?
It was really was a blackboard, and that was it, blackboard, nothing else. Every now and then, if we was lucky, one of our RI teachers would bring in an old cine camera, and she'd set that up and show us a film when she used to go to India. But that's the only thing we ever had.
Sometimes we used calculators to check our answers, did you?
I can remember when I was at infant school, we had something like an abacus for bees for used to start learning to count. But once we went up to junior school, we didn't have any sort of calculators, anything in that days. It was just really working it all out on paper. Well, the main thing that we had to do was to learn our times table, and we had to learn it from 1 to 12, and that was one of the most important things we used when we was calculating sums.
Did you go on any school trips?
I don't recall any school trips when I was at school. I'm pretty sure we didn't have any.
Last question. What did you play with at school at playtime?
The only thing we used to do in playtime was really play football. We just used to kick a ball around, and that's the only equipment we had.